you don't know me, my name is Larry Ray. I'm the International Staff Representative for the United Steelworkers. Welcome to Local 1693, and we're glad everybody showed up today. This rally is in support for the workers that work at Oracle Packaging, doing business as LL Flex. As some of you are aware or not, we'll tell you a little story about LL Flex. This local went into contract bargaining with LL Flex on August 15th of this year. We met every single day, week after week after week, trying to get a collective bargaining agreement. The company proposed over 70 contract language changes, which is not only unreasonable, it's unlawful. The company also asked for major economic concessions, and this is a company that at the time is extremely profitable and cash wealthy. They are trying to position themselves, as they continue to tell us, to get better and be more viable in the future. And they believe they need these concessions to do that. So it was so bad that the workers at this facility finally took a stance. And in September, they chose to not only strike the company for its serious unfair labor practices that they committed, but also because of just workers' rights in general. The parties continued to meet, and on November 9th of this year, the company withdrew a lot of its proposals. And the parties came to an agreement in front of two federal mediators and both committees, the union and the company, and reached a tentative agreement. The members of this local voted in that tentative agreement on November the 10th. On November 10th, they voted in this agreement and was ready to go back to work on November 12th, Sunday night, ready to go. The company called and said, well, we want more now. So that is illegal, as most in this room knows. You can't get a contract and vote it in and then decide that you want to start changing things. So we were prepared to go to work, so the company locked us out. So we have been locked out of the facility since November 10th. Now, it's unconscionable what this company is doing, and it's sad, and it should really make people angry, because what they did is they took 83 families and they dumped it into the public sector that said, go file for unemployment. Go try to get you some money there. We'll let the government pay for you. Now, that in and of itself ought to really make people mad, because again, this is a company that has pockets deeper than anybody in this room. And they took these people and they didn't care about their family, and they didn't care about their homes or their children or their spouses or what they did, any shape or form. They said, here you are, and we're leaving you on the street, and we're locking you out, and go get you some unemployment if you can get it, and continue to try to take care of yourself. Now, the thing that they forgot is we are labor, and we are union. And when these kind of things happen, unions come together. Yes, and we have a lot of brothers and sisters here from the... We have a lot of brothers and sisters here from all over the state, all over Jefferson County and throughout the district. We have the United Auto Workers, we have the Machinist Union, we have the Electrician Union, we have the IBEW, and we have carpenters, and everybody has come together and said, look, we're going to step up, and we're stepping up, and we're filling up this room, and we're telling these striking workers and these families, look, this is not a time of year, especially, that people should go without, and we're going to make sure that... So look, we have a few guest speakers here today, and I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. And after this is done, we'd like to have a little get together. There's some food and beverages, and the first person we'd like to bring up is Kenny Cook with the Machinist Union.
I'm not going to have take much of your time. I just want to let you know that the machinists are in there today negotiating. They're trying to reach an agreement, and we're going to get that taken care of, even though they're locked out too. But they all stand with you, and I'm Vice President of the State FLCO, and I want to let you know that the State FLCO is standing with you too. We're not going to let these workers do without or go without. So with that, I'll let you go. I'm not going to take a whole lot of your time.
Thank you, Ken. I'd like to bring up the unit president of the local, Sister Kathy Smith, to talk about the strife that we've had to go through and the hardship on the families, and how we have continuously tried to work with the company, and we've bargained in good faith, and we tried to get a contract that's reasonable and acceptable to working men and women in this plant and all over the state, and make sure that we can feed our families.
Well, y'all know that when we first started out, we get surveys, and I was proud of our people because our surveys were really just asking for our contract to stay the same. We knew health insurance was going to go up. We knew we weren't unreasonable. We weren't unreasonable at all. And when we walked in there the first day, they hit us with basically the entire contract, trying to gut us. I kind of figured right there we were in for a pretty big fight. Yeah. But, you know, I could not be more proud of my brothers and sisters, one in my plant. You all are amazing. I hope you all know how proud I am of you all. This company has completely turned its back on us, and once was a pretty good place to work. We got along with everybody, and they have completely turned their back on us. And I am so proud of each and every one of you. And my brothers and sisters in labor, period, whatever union you're with, I thank you. I really, really thank you. It has been hard. We have families that are worried about how they're going to heat their home or get to the line just to be on the line or take care of their kids for Christmas. We have a lot of little kids. You know, some of us have older ones, some of us have little ones, and we're trying to stay together, and we really appreciate all the support that you all have given us. I mean, I cannot thank you. My people cannot thank you enough. It really has meant so much. It's been a blessing, and I greatly appreciate you all and the support. It's been truly amazing, and I know it's hard, and we're going to stick together because that's what labor is. Unions take care of each other. We are a family.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, thank you, Kathy. You know, one point that should be made. Now, think about this. 8 weeks. People don't have a job. Just got locked out. So, you know, we just now became eligible for unemployment. Yet during this 8-week time, this tells you how strong labor is. Nobody's had their gas and lights shut off. Nobody's had their water shut off. Nobody's went without food. Nobody's missed a car payment. Nobody's missed an insurance payment. I mean, people came together, and that's what we should be proud of. Thank you all very much for that. This is, now I'd like to introduce Todd Dunn, who is the president of United Auto Workers Local 862.
I hate using these things. We'll just call it quits if it don't work, and I'll just start yelling. So first of all, I just wanted to talk to you and kind of break it down in a parable or a story. But you think about some of the things that's happened recently. I don't know how many of us would get up and go get our children something for the birthday and then have the birthday party and go, you know what, I think I'm going to take that back. I made a mistake. I need to take that back from you because I just don't think you need it. I wonder how your child would look at you. Or how many of you go to church and say, you know what, I really need a prayer. My kid's sick or my wife's dying and a miracle happens, and then have that preacher come back and say, you know, I think I'm going to take that back from you. I don't think that I really should have prayed for you, and I know it made a difference. Then you end up losing your wife. Or you go to work, and you're working in a plant, you go up to the boss, you end up getting out of trouble. You said your piece, you're a committee person, you're a union representative. stopped a penalty, and then the boss come back and say, you know what, I'm going to try this again. Like, I'm going to go back to court again. I know what happens when we sign up for an agreement, whether it be with the auto workers or whoever it is. I know we can't go back to the company after we've already voted on it. The company already did the paperwork and said, this is a good deal, we're going to go with this. We can't go back and go, look, we changed our mind, we want something more. What do you think the company would say? I think I'd get away with saying hell no in here because they would laugh at us and tell us to beat it and hit the street. Well, that's where they put you off, was on the street. One thing we got to remember, too, though, when we go back to work, and you will go back to work, just as Brother Larry said, we can't stop taking care of one another because we still have to worry about that whip. That whip's going to come around and hit us, and it's going to be hard. That's why we're going to work with you with the CLC and UAW. We're going to get you some boxes of love at Christmas time. Don't worry about providing a Christmas meal. You want to get some other things, get them. If any of y'all need help, we'll help you do that. But you got to remind the company once you go back in that building that they took from you, and they took from you after they made an agreement.
Yes, sir.
They fairly made an agreement with you. Members ask for duty of fair representation, just as we ask for our government officials. Metro Councilman, a friend of mine, David James, we ask for them to do the right thing when it comes to being our voice. Your union had a voice in the workplace with your company. Your company took advantage of that. They violated the law. But guess what? Once you go back in that building, and we're going to go back in that building, they're going to have to work for you. But remind them when you're making their company a success, and you're bringing the ideas, and you're driving the safety, and you're driving the quality, and you're driving everything that makes them all that buku of dollars that they put in their pocket, and then they want to rob from you later. You might not be their friend, but they cannot survive without you. You hold them accountable, and I hope us as unions and us as a community right now that we can look the big Scrooge right in the eye and say, you have stolen from us, but we're going to hold you accountable. So when we go back in the plant, get ready. Because we're going to continue to make money, but we're going to hold you accountable at a higher standard. Because what do you think is the next time something's going to happen when a boss wants to come sit down with you? Well, you're talking to the liar and the thief in the company store, right?
Yep.
So the hell with them. Let's hold them accountable. Let's get back in there. Let's go to work. And then we get more the next time and remind them the next time we come to negotiations, we're going to be 10 times as strong. Right. And we're going to get back what you stole from me.
Right. Woo!
Well, I appreciate that, Todd, very much. Again, look, we do appreciate everybody coming out, giving food for the members here and giving support for the members. And look, we have the nurses here, and we have retirees as well as actives, and we have people's children here. So it shows you that we are a family, and that means a lot. And this is one big family, and we're going to make sure that we take care of one another. And unlike some of the things that are said by our government officials and things about no child left behind, no union member will be left behind here.
Yes, sir.
Councilman David James, we appreciate you being here, Councilman. This is Councilman David James, this is his district.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, family, how y'all doing?
Good.
All right. So, first of all, I want to say welcome to my district. I'm sorry that the company that is in my district is treating you the way that it's treating you. And I just want to tell you that as a council member, I stand behind you. I always stand behind labor, and I support you. So whatever I can do to make sure that you all are successful, I'm going to do it. And I'll push my colleagues in Metro Council to do the same thing. And I'm very embarrassed that the company is in my district that's doing this to you. And I'm sorry. That's all I can say about that. But I support you. I'll stand on any line with you. I'll do whatever you need me to do. And I'm 100% behind you.
Thank you, Councilman. That means a lot to us. We also have Representative Joni Jenkins in the room. If you'd like to come up, Joni, and say a few words, we'd appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and just know that your brothers and sisters in labor are behind you all the way, because we know if you all fall, we're all going to fall as well. And for a company to do this right around the holidays just hurts your heart, doesn't it? And Attica Scott from the state is here as well. And let me tell you, if this company comes out.
All right, we got anybody else?
Attica, you want?
Attica, you want to come up?
Representative Jenkins, she's always like this. Never paying attention to me. You all are located in Kentucky House District 41, which I serve in Frankfort, and I'm honored to do so. And I'm standing here with Representative Jenkins because I want you all to know that you are never alone. As legislators, we are fighting together. None of us are fighting alone. When the governor attacked labor, we stood strong and had your backs. When he was fighting against prevailing wage and fighting for a right to work, we were right there with you. We were standing outside of those doors when he was testifying, and you wouldn't be allowed in to hear him testify. We were standing outside there with you. And I want you to know that we will continue to stand with you, not as individuals, but together as a unit, because that's how you fight. You fight together, and all of you are reflective of that. So thank you so much for showing us what it takes to stand up and fight back.
And we thank both of you very much, and these are the type of people that we need in Frankfort, just here in Frankfort, to make sure that we protect the working men and women of this state.
Ready to eat?
So, look, with this, we told you we wouldn't keep you long. We have food and beverages. We ask that you hang around, have some solidarity, make sure you eat. There's plenty of food here. And thank you all for coming. Thanks to the news media for being here.